Well, hello everyone, and well, welcome back to the vlog. Today, this is actually a really cool thing. We are here in Celebration, Florida, and wow, I'm going to tell you right now, as far as fanboys go, I've covered this a couple of times, that I am a huge Adam the Woo fan. But we're walking around right here, this little lake, little pond, this little half-mile jaunt around the area where Adam has walked and told some of the best stories the internet has to offer. And now, no, I am not going to go into a Bob the Woe breakout because those days are long behind me, but we are happy to be walking on the same trail. Highly recommend. We're not going to make this a long clip of the video, but just something I wanted to get out there for prosperity, that we were here walking on the same path that Adam has walked so many times. Anything you want to add there, Penelope?
Join us.
Shall you? 3, 2, 1. Well, this is an unusual sight. We're traveling in a major storm. They're talking winds of what, up to 60 miles an hour. We're getting the hell out of Crystal River. We're heading to Orlando because that should be calmer, right? Orlando around Christmas time. Well, as you can see, Karri's not coming out because the wind is starting to pick up in the rain. And she just had her hair did, and she doesn't want to mess up that expensive cut. But me, I don't care. We got the rig looking super fresh, as the kids call it, all nice and washed just in time for the big monsoon here, which has been destroyed by hurricanes and tornadoes over the past few months. Has just bounced back from all of it. We're at Crystal Isles, an Encore Park. Things are flying above my head. They just recovered, and they're telling us that today into tomorrow they're looking at 2 more feet of water to cover this place. But fortunately for us, this is a checkout day, and we're going to head to Orlando, which is supposed to be a little calmer. But I was able to wash all of Texas off, or at least I missed a spot. But anyhow, that's what we're up to today. We're going to take you through what everybody calls the craziness of TTO, because a lot of that is, well, self-inflicted. And, oh, as we readjust here, you're going to come along on this travel day. Yeah. We're going to show you TTO. We're going to show you the chaos that ensues. It is roughly 9 o'clock. Our check-in is at noon sharp, not a minute sooner, or they will shut you down and turn you away. But with the weather and everything else, is like a 2-hour drive, so we're just going to kind of casually go through it. We probably won't show you much along the way, but we will show you what happens when you book 3 weeks in Orlando at TTO, the mother of all 1,000 trails, because you want to be there for Christmas and New Year's. Stick around. Anything you want to say?
No, we can go now.
She's ready. Let's do it.
I always get nervous.
All right, we are in the Oka-Humpka, is that what it's called? Service Plaza here in Florida. The weather started picking up a little bit. This rain is no joke. So we are actually showing that we are only about an hour away. But we also can't check in for 2 hours. And again, they're so strict there that we're not going to play around with that. So we're doing one of our favorite things. We're going to sit here. We're going to hang out inside of Humphrey. We'll probably watch some YouTube, because we haven't watched YouTube in a while, so we got to get caught up on all the hoopla that's going on there.
Do we, though?
No, probably not. It's probably going to be a whole bunch of lists of things you should buy and shouldn't buy, but we're going to check out a couple of channels that we wanted to see that people had reached out to us on, and you know, just kind of chill. For those of you guys that do all this like us, what do you do when you pull over and you're going to be early, you're going to be late, or whatever? What's your favorite thing to do inside the Service Plaza parking lot? Let's not get too personal, but we want to know below. So anyhow, we're going to go do that. We see there's some fellow YouTubers next to us. We're not going to say hi because we are those people. And we'll catch you in just a few minutes, right? For them, it's going to be like seconds.
Right.
This exciting day. Actually, you know what? While I'm out here, look at this. This rain. This is terrible. But I am going to show you as we go over there. It is legit rain. And yeah, that's what we got. It's just dreary. But it's okay. We're going to get through this. Bye. So here we are on Thousand Trails Boulevard in Thousand Trails, Orlando. And as you can see, it is 12:03. You know all those pictures you get of the traffic backed up for miles? Well, look, we're probably 5th in line. And we came in from the opposite direction that we had to cross over. So I think the lesson here is it's really all depending on how things are going at the time. This is a big storm, and there might be less people than normal rolling in, or you know, it just could be just timing and whatever. So kind of just hold back if you ever say, hey, I'm not going to go there during a certain time to any campground because the reviews say to stay away. Karri and I found numerous occasions that the reviews say one thing, and it's never been our experience. This is a quick little line. We'll probably be at our site in about 25 minutes. Either way, the bigger thing is we made it here. We're safe. And now we can just kind of figure out how to unhook in between bursts of rain. That's that. But yeah, so this is going to be home for us for the next 3 weeks. We are here through the holidays, which means possibly a trip over to Disney, maybe a trip over to Fort Wilderness. We may run into people that we know. We may run into people that just don't want us to run into them. There's all kinds of things going on here for TTO, but we'll leave it at that. We're going to go through the check-in process, which really here they have it down to a science because they are so big. Everybody here has always been tremendously friendly to us, so it's a painless experience for us. But we're going to do that. We're going to get done, and we'll unhook, and then we'll check back in as soon as the weather permits. But hey, just in case you ever wonder, I don't know if you can make it out right there. Right there. The speed limit is only 9 3/4 miles. Do not push them and go to 10. I'll catch you in a few. Well, here we are, Karri, a couple of days later, and we've escaped the big storms that ravaged Florida. In fact, we're here now in TTO, and this is site
26, and we're on Gulf Road.
Anyhow, we have a beautiful shot. The porta potties. Now, normally, I don't care. It doesn't matter to me. But another thing that we found more and more, you guys think I'm joking. Look at this. Somebody was out here chain smoking for days.
You're nasty.
You're nasty, and you need to pick up your butts.
Because.
But look at this. You're right next to a turtle hole right down there. There's these massive turtles, and they come out and they poke their heads out every once in a while. Now, this here, TTO, for those of you in the know, is a nature preserve. It's Thousand Trails Orlando, which is really in Claremont, Florida. Interesting area, but this hole here, there's a hole down there, right down there. Has more turtles. The bathhouses here have been closed since April, which is a thing. We don't use them anyway, but I'm starting to think that nobody wants to be right next to us on either side. Over there. What a pity, is we're here for the holidays and we don't have neighbors. What a shame. And the neighbors that we do have, well, they heard me swearing because yes, the GoPro battery died again just as we turned it on. But I think I really do want to say that TTO is an interesting place for us. We like it here. It's not really it's not an RV resort by any stretch, but there is camping for whatever your style is. You want to be out there with no trees and you don't want to use your grass or anything like that. There's a new section. You have the old section, which is just basically like just regular camping. But the people here are super friendly. In fact, we were greeted at the gate by Wes on the Move. Hello, Pete. We had met them in traffic. He pointed us out, and we didn't know who they were, but we have been communicating with them over Facebook. So it was nice to see them. And in fact, I think they're getting their channel up and running as of, well, the last Facebook post I've seen. So be on the lookout for Wes on the Move. I think you're going to see some interesting thing, and Pete will be watching you. Speaking of all kinds of things here, we've gotten to meet more subscribers, which has just been a whirlwind for us. We got to hang out with Trent from Virginia, who has a clone of Humphrey here. And it's not the original Humphrey, but I think he might have Yeah, he's done
twinning.
he's twinning for sure, and he's done some interesting upgrades. So it was nice to hang out and talk to him for a little bit,
Yeah.
which does bring up an interesting
He's
point.
going to be a go-to for questions going forward because he knows his stuff.
Yeah, he really did. He answered a whole bunch of questions that we had, but it brings up an interesting point about meeting people while we're in a busy place like this. And a couple of things that I think need to be addressed. One, Karri and I, when we started doing this, and we've addressed this more and more, and apparently we'll address this again in a future video, but we started doing YouTube for our kids. We were never really looking for celebrity or fame status. It just kind of has naturally grown to that level where we're out places and no, we don't fool ourselves and think we're celebrities, but we are spotted about 5 times a day by people who go, I know you. Now, Karri and I have talked about this. We don't always have the time to stand and talk for a long time because I do work full-time, and most of the time when we're out, it's just for a quick amount of time, taking a break. We do try to meet everybody we can, but some people who take offense to it. The other part is...
You're not as antisocial as you keep saying you are.
Well, that's a whole other story as anybody who's actually
Really
met us
not.
on the road. And if you have met us in an RV park, comment below how antisocial we were, because we're kind of curious.
See, he's squinting now to see you because he doesn't have his glasses on.
And that's another thing. If I'm walking, I don't wear my glasses because I don't like that weird bifocal effect. But without my glasses, I can't see like 3 or 4 feet in front of me. So if you're waving from across the street or you're just parked in a rig somewhere and I don't acknowledge you, I'm sorry, I can't see you.
Or we're out on a 15-minute break and he's just got to hustle back to work.
But just know that
It's
we're never ignoring anybody
not
or
being rude at all.
because, and again, we'll cover that in a later period, but yeah, just sometimes. But I don't want to end this on a negative note here.
No.
We do have, Karri, I want you to show, our last video, which was coming over to Crystal Isle, or one of our last videos, and we picked up a whole bunch of mail, and everybody said, hey, why don't you show the mail? Well, one, we didn't think anybody wants to see what kind of goodies we're getting in the mail, but apparently you did. So we did save one package that came over, which was actually really, really cool. And as soon as Karri digs that out...
Well, we have 2 here, but I have 2 to put in the back.
Well,
they're car coasters.
These came to us from Pete and Jen. And we just want to give Pete and Jen a shout out. Let's get this right up here.
They are awesome.
But these are little car coasters, and that's one package for the back seat. And so they fit nice and secure. There's a nice little cushioning for my soda pop for when we're going down the road. But yeah, I'll start. Maybe we'll show these. I don't expect tons of viewer mail or fan mail or whatever you want to call it, but it was interesting to see. There's a whole bunch of other things, but
it's fun sometimes.
It is nice to, yeah. And I guess going forward we will show those on the channel if that's what you're into. So now, as far as the rest of this goes, it's the holidays. So Karri and I are going to be heading off because you're in Orlando. You got to go see the mouse. So we're going to go head over there. We got a whole bunch of things to do. And if you've been following us on Facebook,
oh Lord,
I have to go get the shingle shot. Still, I haven't gotten it. We're going to try Costco this time because we heard Costco will get the job done because CVS and Walgreens, they couldn't get it done. So we're going to go over there. We have to pick up a new cap for the truck, which we still have not named anything but the big white beast.
Yeah, what are your thoughts on that?
Yeah, what do you got a name for? We got Humphrey the Rig.
What do we name the truck?
Yeah.
Not our truck.
But he is getting a new cap so that he'll be all protected in the back because that little backflip cover isn't quite doing it.
It isn't.
Well, that was it. I need to get back to work because this is just a quick lunch break, but I wanted to wrap this video up. I do want to say that we had an amazing time at Celebration, Florida, and seeing the fake snow was actually pretty cool. As you saw in the front of this video, I was elated just to walk in the footsteps of the great Adam the Woo. It was a great time. Karri saw me doing impressions the whole time we were there.
He did too.
We hope wherever you are that you're doing well, and if not, we hope you sincerely get the chance to redesign your life. For Life Redesigned, I am Bob.
I'm Karri.
We'll catch you.
No.
What?
Happy holidays.
That too. We'll catch you in the next one.